Hello everyone. So we're back to our moon messages reading. I love that I've called it moon messages. I think it just rolls off the tongue really easily. So this one is for the full moon in Taurus from the 31st of October, Halloween, until the new moon in Scorpio on the 15th of November. This full moon, which I thought was the case from the last reading, is called the blue moon. And we have a blue moon card. Don't you just love that? That did come out last time though, so but it's come upside down this time, and the one before that as well. But I'll go through those when we get to them to explain why they've come upside down. I don't even know at this stage why, but when I get to them I will know, because that's generally how it works. We've also got some imposters with the with this one, which is really strange. We've got like a trickster energy, which is really weird. And when I felt like it was like a trickster energy, because when I was shuffling the cards, they were taking ages to come out, but also they were throwing loads of cards on the floor, and they were putting cards over here and over there, and I was like, what are you doing? It was like someone was playing with them. And I was like, oh, there's kind of like a trickster energy going on. And then I realised it's Halloween, isn't it? So, so we've got some kind of, funny, cheeky guide with us today. So we'll see what comes out. But these two were thrown right over here. And I heard, we'll come back to you later. Okay, so they'll be right at the end. So we'll see what they say. You'll also notice that I haven't got any crystals with me today because we weren't guided to use them. But what we were guided to use, which is really unusual, is my Beauty and the Beast ornament here, which is like a hanging ornament, which you put on, well, I'm going to have it on my Christmas tree this year. But my friend got me this. Isn't it beautiful? I love Beauty and the Beast. So, but yeah, we've apparently got to use this in the reading. So we'll see what comes up with that. I only have, I think it's about 10 to 15 minutes on here. So if I do go over, I will have to post another video, and it will either be, well, I'll either do a long one on YouTube or I'll do two. So you'll have part one and part two of this. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully I can fit it all in. I managed to last time, so you never know. I'll stop talking now. So the first card is your commitment is being tested. Now, what this brings up for me is that there's something in your life which is testing you. Many people have been going through a very testing time, obviously, but this is what this is saying is that it's not something that is anything to do with, well, it might be something to do with COVID, but it's something that has always tested you. It's something that you have always struggled with, but what's happening is that it's come right to the surface again by another experience. So whether, I don't know, whether you've got a fear of something and then you're being presented with something that makes you do that thing which you're scared of, or maybe it's a pattern in a relationship that you've always worried about or been faced with, and it's coming up again, or there's something happening, and you'll know what it is as soon as you hear this. There's something happening in your life which is testing you yet again, and it's almost like, oh, like I'm fed up with this. But it's only because you're not learning the lesson, okay? And this is to say you need to change your perspective on it. You need to look at the things that maybe you aren't looking at. Is there something that you're doing or you're thinking or you're not opening yourself up to that you maybe need to look at? What I was suggesting this is to write things down about how you feel, when these emotions come up, really feel into them, really feel into what emotions you're feeling, let yourself go through the emotions, let yourself just feel into them, because sometimes when you do that, you're not just disregarding them, you're not just pushing them away and going, oh, like I'm fed up with this, I don't want to do nothing about this anymore, I'm going to ignore it, or I'm going to push it away, or I'm going to distract myself. Instead, just be with it. If you feel sad about something, just cry it out. If you feel angry about something, go and go and hit a pillow, or scream in your car, or just get it out. Just let the anger rise to the surface and just be with it, okay? Because that's what's needed. You need to look at it. You need to be okay with it, and just know that it's okay to have these emotions. They just need to be released. Okay, they're coming up to the surface to be released. So that's what this is about. Okay. And the full moon is all about releasing. So that's exactly why, this has come up. It's, you need to release this, because if not, you'll keep going around the same pattern over and over again. Okay. Now we've got bring love into the situation, but it was upside down. So maybe you're not bringing love into the situation, and in order to, and that will go with this card, because it's, maybe you're not bringing love into that, by accepting those emotions, by being okay that they're there, you're bringing love into the situation. Okay. You're bringing love to yourself. Okay. You're showing love to yourself. Okay. So that's a very quick card, actually. I don't need to say much more about that. It's literally just turn it around, change your perspective, bring love into the situation, And then we've got the blue moon, full moon, which I love that that's come up. And it's believe in the impossible, but it was upside down. So it's, to me, it's saying that you haven't been believing in yourself, okay? You haven't been believing in the things that are possible. And what's coming up for me here is something that I've been working on recently, actually, is that whenever I feel fearful about something, or whenever I tell myself I can't do this thing, or I make excuses for myself, I'm now changing my perspective, and I'm now saying, instead of saying I can't do this because, or oh there's no way I'll do this, or oh there's no point in doing it, or I'm not going to bother, or I'm just making excuse after excuse after excuse, is to change that. As soon as you catch yourself making an excuse, change it by saying what is possible. Okay, if you think, oh I can't do I don't know, I can't do exercise today, I just don't have the energy, think, well, what is possible in this situation? It could be that you just do a stretch, or you just, I don't know, jog on the spot for a bit. It could be something small as that, but ask yourself, well, okay then, what is possible? And it just allows you to open up a little bit. It allows you to just change your perspective to make you feel better. And it's not about, turning something into a positive and, Pollyanna attitude, or just change your positive thoughts. It's not about that. It's about making you feel better, because in that moment of you finding something that you can reach for, something that you can possibly do to make yourself feel better, it makes you feel so much better. You'll notice a shift in your energy straight away, because you'll be doing something small for yourself that just helps. Okay. So ask yourself what is possible, okay, whenever you find yourself making excuses about why you can't do something, okay. Then next up, we've got step out of your comfort zone, which follows on perfectly. If you do find yourself, answering that question for yourself, what is possible? Okay, well, maybe I can just go for a walk around the block. Do that. You might have not felt comfortable doing that in the moment, but after you've asked yourself your question and you felt a bit better about it, then push yourself to do that, and maybe push yourself to maybe then do a jog or a run, or, take one step at a time. But, this is to say, it doesn't have to be like huge leaps, it can be small steps that just you weren't comfortable with to start with, but actually, it is possible for you to find things that you are comfortable with, okay? So, yeah, I mean, these are really brief messages, actually. I might actually get through the reading within 10 minutes, fingers crossed. Oh, I don't know, though. It's nearly 9. We'll see how we get on. I think it goes up to 15 now. I'm not sure, though. We'll see. I'll end up probably editing it. But, yeah, we'll get there. So this hasn't come into it yet, but I'm sure it will. So we've got nothing will come of this situation. Okay, this is very, very negative thinking. This is representing, I've just heard the word that my friend used in a coaching session that I've just had. She said about the gremlin in your head. And I'll tag her in this video, actually. She'll laugh about this. When we have like the critic that tells us we can't do something, like this one that comes up here and makes excuses and tells us that we can't do something, that, it's not possible, blah, blah, blah. That she calls it the gremlin, and I've never heard it that way before. I sort of called it all different things, but not a gremlin, but I love that. And this really represents that gremlin, it's, oh, nothing will come of this situation. Oh, I'm just so defeatist. I'm so pessimistic. Oh, I can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And I feel to just turn it over, like turn that page, okay, cover it up. Like she mentioned about, you know, what would you say to someone if they said that to you, or you're not capable of anything, or you can't do this, you know, what would you say back to them? How would you react to that? You know, if that made you angry, you know, why did it make you angry? What would you say back to that? If a bully was bullying you and saying you're useless, you can't do this, blah blah blah, what would you say back to them? You know, so it's like, cover that up, say what you want to say, make your voice be heard, okay? And then I'm being drawn back to this, which is above that, really, wasn't it? Like, bring love into the situation, you know, stand up for yourself, you know. And I feel like a lot more people are actually finding their voice this year, definitely. 2020 has given a lot of people their voice, you know, and you can find that voice for yourself. Your own loving voice can stand up for, you know, in the face of a gremlin that's in your head, you know, the negative voices that are in your head. You can stand up for yourself. You know, it doesn't have to be somebody else in your life telling you what you can't do for you to stand up for yourself. You know, you can stand up for yourself to yourself, if that makes sense, to the negative part of yourself. All right. And then I'm being drawn to this. Okay, so we can fill this gap now. So I'm being, this makes sense. So we've got, now the loving voice is Beauty. And then we've got the Beast. Okay. So we've got Beauty and the Beast, you know, and oh, this is just perfect because it just represents that, you know. And you'll know in the film that, you know, when Beauty is very you know, she's very loving, she's very caring, you know, when she starts to open up and, you know, allows the negative experiences into her life and starts being more accepting and loving, then the Beast changes. The Beast changes, you know. And when you start to stand up for yourself, and when you start to show yourself more love and, you know, talk to yourself in a different way, the Beast goes, you know. And what's left? This amazing perfect man for her, you know. And your life can be amazing too. So I love that. I was guided to use that. It's brilliant. Okay, so what have we got? So these two said, we've gone to 12 minutes now, so I'm hoping this goes up to 15, but we'll see. So these two were, they came with a message of, we'll come back to you later. Okay, so let's see what these are. Okay, so it's time to release negativity, and communication is key. Okay, so full moon. Oh, okay, it's not the full moon in Scorpio, it's the new moon in Scorpio, which is, here we go, we've got new moon here. So yeah, I feel like to combine these actually. And we're shown Gemini, which is twins. So actually, yeah, combine these. So Spirit's going to combine these. So new moon in Scorpio. Brilliant. I love that. So, so we're in new moon in Scorpio, and what it's telling us is that even though you are going to learn to release things, even though you may get to a stage where you know, you're feeling better, you've released the Beast, and you've got this lovely new energy, there are going to be times where you'll still have to release negativity, but you will be in a much better place to be able to manage it. Okay, so you'll have situations come up which will throw you, which will make you feel stressed, which will test you. You'll get those tests again, but because you've been through this, you know how you've managed it before, you will find it so much easier next time. Okay, and communication is key, so always remember that communication that you had with yourself, you know, and you'll know how to talk to yourself better. You'll know what helped last time. So please know that, you know, this isn't a quick fix. This isn't going to be like, oh, okay, well, that's all, I'm going to be sorted after that. You know, nothing bad's going to happen in the future, because you know that's not true. You know, life always throws things up at, you know, at us. So yeah, but you'll be more prepared, and you'll know what helped last time, and you'll be coming from a different energy. You'll be coming from a more loving energy, and you'll find that you'll recover more quickly. Okay, you'll heal more quickly, you'll be able to cope with things more quickly. So what the new moon brings in is this energy of, I can do this. Isn't that good? Because here we were telling ourselves that we can't do something. So there we go. I love that. Oh my god, I'm just under 15 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll speak to you on the next reading. Bye.